Welcome back. Let's finish off Avalanche. Last time we did some groundwork to getting the good stuff. Today we are going to get the rest of it. Now, as I mentioned, I did the escape way well before I needed to, and actually would need to double back to complete, which is what I'm going to do now. And while I'm at it, just accumulating chain bonus. So whereas the first time I went straight through to fight Murid and Ifrit, now I'm just going to go swerve off to the left and get something that I don't need. But now with the silver cube we can proceed. So with the exception of Murid and Ifrit, just a whole bunch of other lesser elementals wandering around. Just roadblocks. Not even roadblocks, just speed bumps. It's faster to kill them rather than to just walk through, ignore them, and let them do their spell animations. And some more quicksilvers just because. Since I wasn't interested in changing from my Phantom Killer, I can't one-shot him. I don't know why I bothered doing this. Especially when I forgot to get armed first. Because I know it's coming up, and I know that I'm just going to lose hit points no matter what, so that extra 70 hit points is not going to matter, really. I'm not going to die from this. No, this guy's just gonna be a stress ball. Mark. So, a quick switch back, and we're in the Undersea again. And after a long time, we're on the far side of this one room with the Dullahan. And as you can remember long ago, I'm going to be stepping right into a whole bunch of traps. For some reason I thought there was a trap clear on top of the treasure chest. I was mistaken. I was also mistaken in how awful I am at jumping. And just a reminder, you can't die by traps, thankfully. I was not interested in finding out if I could die by plummeting to my watery doom. The Agalus chain, of course, is useless. The gold key, however, is not. So we're back to the first room of the escape way. Got the antepenultimate silver dagger, which is nice. So let's finish up the escape way. Kind of an odd thing that locked behind fancy doors, the first of the elementals shows up here. So, not a bad little haul here. Didn't need the grip, but I took it anyway. Anyways, here's the second level radial surge. And here's Meteor. All grown up. Doing so much more damage. I think I just left that other room in there as a frame of reference to where I'm going. Previously we could not take this right turn. Just run past the Lich Lord, don't care. Liches are as frail as ever. But this one came along with a Lich Lord friend. How interesting. Not like it could get any worse from this. And it's a Lich Lord, there can't possibly be anything better than that. And I take it back. There is something worse than a Lich Lord, and it is death. Literally death. Since I didn't really feel like dealing with him right now, I just made a beeline right for the workshop. The ultimate workshop where I can combine anything into anything and make anything. In this case, I'm just combining garbage into slightly less garbage. Like the second best armor. And just the groundwork for the second best shield in a little bit of time. Now for deaths, they're evil, of course, and unlike our Eurocentric thought of death being, clad in black and Castlevania usually making him weak to holy, these guys are follow more along the lines of the Japanese type of thought about death, wearing white at funerals and black at weddings. So these guys clad in white, they're actually weak to dark. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just bashing my head up against with a whole bunch of Demona gems, with not too bad results with a critical hit. Despite having a whole bunch of magic at their disposal, they are quite squishy like most other things that rely on magic. That being said, dealing with two of them at the same time when you are not ready for them would be suicide. But like most other spellcasters, it seems like they're aware that I have defenses up, so they usually just toss a softball at me to get rid of it. They just don't really have enough speed to follow through on their attacks. Also, it seems like unlike the Lich and Lich Lord, they have quite a bit higher chain evade. At least that's what it seems like to me. So you need your first hit to count. Can't remember if I said it in a previous recording or if I said it in this recording, which ended up the commentary got scuttled. Even though clearance says that it heals all status effects, it does not cure curse. Which, when you realize that Banir is, almost 7 times as expensive as it, you can you could have been able to deduce that already. But in the event that you get piled on by everything under the sun, you're gonna have to cast 2 spells. Anyway, let's go back to the limestone quarry. This is the room before the second save point. The one that would be leading to the Ogre Lord, and then could be accessed with a silver key through the other section with the gremlins, dark elemental in the treasure room, and a phantom leading upstairs. With a gold key, we can go through this other locked door. And again, for some baffling reason, we fight a gated door to the first boss, the first elemental boss. Nothing special about him, just weird. This game loves their fire elementals. Now this is a nice one. Whole bunch of stuff. The undead accessory, and flow being the curse spell. So right now I've gotten everything but the single target elemental attacks. That's not the door I want. While I'm here, I'm going to take some time. That nice last chest comes with the second tier of gems. Orlando being the Final Fantasy Tactics Uber God, and he has a 30-point boost to human attacks. Beowulf Phantom. This is the Damascus Golem, and despite the fact that he's here, I don't really have much to say to him besides the fact that I decided to talk about the gems. Not much chain evade, not much output, and he's pretty quick, seeing as how a lot of his body is actually already down to 0% accuracy attacks, so he has that going for him for being a gigantic chunk of steel. He's quite quick, but that's all there is to it. Even with risk dropping my defense down, he still can't really do too much. Doesn't even have a proper death animation or a collapse or anything like anything else. It just vanishes into the dark. And look at that. That guy even did more damage in one hit than the Damascus Golem did, period. And he went down faster though, but the brightest stars die the fastest. It's funny, I was doing so well for several videos for not smashing into every trap possible, but that has come to an end. Soon I will have enough agility to just completely trivialize those imps. The Caddish ring is good. Orlando is very good, of course. The Caddish ring, I believe, is the strong light elemental accessory. It's a pretty good accessory, but where we're going, it's not going to be too useful. I still have my completely wrong idea of going for class-based accessories. And the one instance where I will actively ignore that rule I'm not going to use that one. Instead, I'm going to be using what's in here. The Diadra's earring, which is actually the dark counterpart to the Kaddish ring. Anyway, see you next time when I clean up the cathedral in anticipation of the actual bonus dungeon, the rest of the Iron Maiden. See you next time. Den, rather.